Sena eyes disqualification of 16 rebel MLAs. Despite Sena warning, rebel ranks though on the other hand swell. 39th Uddhav MLA now joins the Shinde Sena. Sawant is another MLA within the Shiv Sena who's pulled off support from the Thackerays and now joined the Shinde camp. Uddhav's legal stand though, as he digs in his heels and asserts that these MLAs are eligible for disqualification. He puts forth his legal expert, Devdutt Kamath, who comes forward and explains before the media on why these rebel MLAs could be staring at a crisis and why they should be worried at this point. In fact, Uddhav Thackeray's legal stand here stands with 3 sticking points as per what the legal expert has said, who is right now appearing for the Shiv Sena. He says the first point is that based on para 21A, MLAs who have left the party are eligible for disqualification. He says any anti-party activities calls for disqualification of these MLAs. Second, harping on the fact that 2/3 majority is what the Shinde camp has, he says all that narrative falls flat and it will hold good. In fact, a 2/3 majority will hold good only and only if there is a case of merger. If at all the Shinde camp decides to merge with another party, with the BJP for example, only then will a 2/3 majority help. But we do know that the Shinde camp so far is not willing to merge. They want to be recognized as a separate political party and then maybe ally with the BJP, but don't want to merge with the BJP. They don't want to join the BJP family, but want to ally with the BJP as a separate party. Now, will the 2/3 majority in this eventuality hold good at this point? Of course, the Sena, Thackeray Sena and his lawyer says 2/3 majority means nothing unless and until they decide to merge. And then you have another point that he reiterated, the legal expert of Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray camp. He says the Deputy Speaker most definitely has the jurisdiction to issue disqualification notice to all those rebels. He has all the rights under Article 180 of the Constitution. He says very clearly that the Deputy Speaker has the jurisdiction to also strike down the no confidence motion because he was not satisfied with the signatures and the no confidence motion that was initiated. He was not satisfied whether this was out of will or by force. Let's take a listen quickly to the lawyer of Thackeray Sena, who stressed on the legal viability of these rebel MLAs right now, whether they can escape disqualification or not. Let's have a listen.
As per the situation, and we are going to urge that all these 16 MLAs will be disqualified, have to be disqualified in accordance with the provisions of 10th schedule, and they will have to face the electorate.
कि बहुत सारी मीडिया में ये चर्चा आ रही है कि हम लोगों के पास 2/3 है एंड देयरफॉर डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं लगता है. ये यू कैन आस्क एनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉयर दैट दिस इज टोटली रॉन्ग. द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ 2/3 applies only if there is a merger. ये सिर्फ बोलने से कि हम लोग के पास 2/3 मेजॉरिटी है, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन पे. जब तक आप अपनी जो MLAs है कोई और पार्टी में मर्ज नहीं कर सकते, that till that time disqualification applies. Now in this case, till today as we speak, there is no merger. They have already committed the act of voluntarily giving up. Disqualification petitions have already been filed and आज तक कोई मर्जर नहीं है. ये जो मर्जर का कॉन्सेप्ट आया 2003 में, इसके पहले जो था स्प्लिट का प्रोविजन था कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कि आप 1/3 लेके फैक्शन बना सकते हैं. तो इनको जो भी लीगल एडवाइस दे रहे हैं उनको सोचना पड़ेगा कि ये क्या डिलीटेड अमेंडमेंट पे ये पूरा कार्रवाई हो रहा है या जो अभी जो मौजूदा सिचुएशन है कि जब तक मर्जर ना हो ये डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन से बच नहीं सकते.
All right, I'm cutting across to Vidya and Mustafa, both of them tracking those developments. Mustafa, over to you first. The legal options that the rebel MLAs have at this point, that's broken down in simple words by Shiv Sena's, Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena, their lawyer who they've appointed, Devdutt Kamath, who explains exactly why the rebel camp should be worried. Why don't you break it down for us? What are the sticking points that he made at this point?
Well, yes, Nabila, you said it correctly that at this point of time, what Devdutt Kamath was claiming is that everything is working in their favor. For example, the MLAs can be disqualified even after having 2/3 of the majority of the MLAs. They have to merge with some other political party, mostly existing political party, for them to form a separate government, which they have not done as of now. They also went on to say that party head has the right to appoint CLP, and hence Eknath Shinde has been changed from Eknath Shinde. Now Ajay Chaudhary is the CLP leader, because all those things will remember be very important when it comes to a floor test. So these are things which Devdutt Kamath has told us. We'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow when in the Vidhan Sabha the hearing for disqualification is to take place, whether these 16 MLAs against whom the disqualification has been moved, whether they come to Vidhan Sabha, attend it physically, or send their lawyers or for a representation, and what then again is decided. Also, secondly, we are hearing that the Eknath Shinde camp is likely to move Supreme Court against the disqualification notice. We'll have to wait and see how this progresses. Back to you.
Yeah.